Welcome everybody to a new series here on my channel as we're still in the middle of 31 days of May, or at least the start of it, as we're doing 31 days of content on the channel. We're doing something slightly different here, as instead of TW 2020, we are doing instead WWE 2K. But of course I'm not playing the game because God forbid I actually play a game in here. Yes, we're doing some more booking, but this time in MyGM, as MyGM this now is actually something decently effective. I mean, it still has its wackiness, but it's actually a fun game, and I'm doing something even more fun, as I already have an existing save here, as my GM loads up. As this all loads up for me. Yeah, so I already have a series where I've done them on my own, but instead what we're doing is a new series. I know how to play my GM. So, it's going to be 4 players, as I'm playing against the CPU, because I like the competition of the CPU, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to be... Okay, as this loads up, hold on, let me hit the right button. Oh, right. There we go. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play as... Where is the... Alright, I forgot they don't have... So, let's just choose... Honestly, let's choose... God, I didn't actually think of this. Because I'm dumb. Let's just go with who I usually pick here, which is old McFoley. And I'm going to do NXT 2.0. And then we're going to do CPU. Let's start with old Eric Bischoff, in charge of WCW. Stephanie McMahon, in charge of NXT. And then CPU also will have Sonya Deville in charge of Raw. So, those selections. Yes. So the gimmick here is basically what I'm going to do is NXT 2.0. So only people who have wrestled for NXT fairly recently. And I'm going to try to use as many of the additional characters 2K made as part of the fun. So, yeah, let's just go hard for AI difficulty. The game difficulty doesn't really matter. So that's really matter to me. We'll start with the highest budget just because. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter since I'm the one playing. Checkup's on. Draft pool. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start the draft. As this loads up. Loading. 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 Need to load. Gotta let it load in here for me. My God. Season 1. Yeah, alright. So, yeah, I know how to... So I've skipped all these fun folks, and we are going to find somebody who wrestled fairly recently on NXT 2.0. See, not a lot of choices. But, boom. Braun Breaker. They pick Becky Lynch. They pick Asuka. They pick Cody. And now my turn again. So, let's see here. Actually, we might as well just start from the bottom here and then go up. So, next up, honestly, let's go with old Alpha Fry here. John Cena. My God. Alright, so now we continue going. And honestly, let's continue it with old Nikita Lyons here as the other babyface. And now the interesting starts, because we're going to run out of NXT 2.0 people fairly quickly here. So we'll just see how we go. Alright, so next up we got You notice it's like lots of more women's wrestlers than male wrestlers. Cruz del Toro, was he ever part of NXT? I honestly forget. So, um, Wesley wasn't. So there we go. All right. So again, lots of. I mean, he counts, right? There we go. Reggie. Yes, this is going to be a very weird roster. In fact, it'll probably be like an actual woman dominated roster, just judging by the actual talent I have. And like, I'll be doing lots of pickups in free agency. On the other hand, it's going to be a very cheap roster. As we continue, let's see here. Indy Hartwell, a little more stamina for Zoe, so we'll go with her. And then we'll follow it up with Indy. And at least for the moment, I'm not worried so much with stuff like classes or anything like that, just because like there's no point to it. Like, let's see here. We got Double K, we got Working Wild, we got Manzer down at the bottom here. So honestly, JC Jane. Johnny getting picked up fairly late. Charlotte, wow, I mean, 8th round for Flair is actually a great pickup for NXT there. We will then go with Roxanne Perez, Bailey, and then Montez Ford, then the Elite, and then we'll go ahead with Dorland, Uso. Good pickup, 10 rounds in. For the 11th round, we'll go with Cora Jade. Was Raquel actually? See, this is the thing. You know, if she wasn't, people can do in the comments, but I think she was. Eh, I'll double check and maybe sign her, like if need be. Morgan in 12th round is a good pickup. And Carter for us, and that basically is finished with our lineups here. So we are ending our draft. So yeah, we got basically 3 dudes and a whole bunch of girls. So we're going to have to go heavy into the free agent field to actually have a decent men's roster. There's NXT, Asuka, Rhea Ripley, Ray, Omos, Nakamura, Charlotte Flair, Roman. I mean, they actually have a really good roster. Raw, Cody, Alexa Bliss, Edge, Orton, Doudrop, Dolph Ziggler. Okay, so yeah. I mean, popularity wise, we're obviously behind, but not as far behind as you think. So there we go. So yeah, yeah, I know all the Hall of Fame stuff. 4 weeks until Survivor Series, fun stuff. All right, so yep. All right, so our NXT World Champion is obviously going to be Braun Breaker, and our women's champion is okay. This is actually interesting. I think what we'll do is we'll just go with how it is as in real life. Is we'll go ahead with Indy Hartwell. So now we got plenty of money. So, but first let's go with sort of logistics just to make sure it's all the same as it should be. Okay, so manage roster. Cancel. Let's go with some power cards. Okay, so we got fresh meat. Okay, so we'll just do this because we need to sign some free agents. There we go. And we'll also buy this stuff. There we go. Cancel. Now let's go with free agents. Okay, so okay, so we fairly quickly. The problem is we don't have a ton of people. So, but Noam Dar, he was part of NXT 2.0. Cameron Grimes, of course, was part of NXT 2.0. And that is honestly about it. So we'll start with people we have for now, and then we'll go into these folks more as we go along. Honestly, obviously nobody in the Legends, but let's just double check. Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, I'm sure Molly Holly appeared once, but yeah. So now let's book our show. So main event is obviously going to be Breaker versus our number contender here. Wait, what is my even goal here? What do you want, Booker? Okay, I mean, I'll get there eventually with that, probably. Okay, so least popular bruiser is going to be Nikki Lyons. Who, okay, but now we're actually going to do, we'll start off the show with a tag team match with Nikki Lyons and Alba Fry versus, of course, JC Jane and Gigi Dolan for the women's tag team titles. And there we go. We'll do, honestly, we'll do Cameron Grimes versus Reggie as our other male for the moment. And then okay, we are unbalanced on heels because we got 2 and 2, and then if we go to our unbooked, we got 3 and 2. So actually, what I'm going to do here is we'll turn Hartwell heel. We'll do a face versus face match. Actually, what we'll do a face versus face triple threat match. Which, yeah, I realize is not going to be the greatest, but... And then we'll do that. We'll do a quick self-promo for... self-promo for Noam Dar. And we'll do a quick self-promo... Well, we'll do a... chance, and there we go. So we got NXT Women's Tag Title match between Lyons, Fry, Jade, and Dolan. We got Perez versus Stark versus Jade, with the winner basically being the number one contender. We got a mid-card match of Grimes versus Reggie, and then we got in our main event Braun Breaker versus Wesley. No other power cards needed, and yeah, let's get rolling. I mean, I'm sure this will be a worse show. Let's confirm that booking. 7,000. Beautiful NXT 2.0. And just so you know, I'm going to be basically simulating everything except maybe the pay-per-views. As we'll try to do one cycle through here. So we'll start out with Alba Fry and Nikki Lyons versus Jane and Dolan. And your winner and new NXT Women's Tag Titles is Alba Fry and Nikita Lyons, 2 stars. We're treating Indy Hartwell heel. That gets a good. And then in our mid-card match, winner and new number one contender is Cora Jade. And Perez and Stark also have a feud. Yeah, I mean, Snowboard doing a promo, not the best. In mid-card, we got Cameron Grimes versus Reggie taking each other on, and Cameron Grimes gets the win here in a 2-star match. Oops, sorry about that. Accidentally hit the wrong button on my OBS and actually brought up the wrong button. So hopefully, you just missed kind of a chance doing an okay charity promo, getting 4,000 fans, which isn't bad, and it is what it is. And then in our main event for the NXT Championship, Braun Breaker versus Wesley. Let's see what happens here. And Braun Breaker gets the win here, and only 1.5 stars, and no feud, which is unfortunate. We'll just have to force it. Anyway, we got Bayley versus Bianca Belair, which gets us, okay, not bad. 2.5 stars, of course. Yeah, I mean, early on, they're just going to kill us here. So, Drew versus MVP. MVP gets the win, 2 stars. Carmelo gets a decent promo. And then your new tag team champions is Candice Season, Johnny Gargano, 3 stars, because of course it is. And then in the main event, we got Iron Man match, finish Cena, and Cena gets the win here in a 3.5 star match for the WWE Championship. And then for NXT, we have Roman versus Nakamura opening things up, and the winner of the match is Roman Reigns in a 3-star match. Tamina does a charity promo. Mid card is Ray versus Omos, and Ray 2-star match. Self promo from Charlotte, excellent. Seth and Uso versus Ivar and Ford. That gets us Ivar and Ford with the win, and that gets a 2.5 star. Call out promo Morgan and Tamina. The main event, Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, and your winner, it's a draw. All right, 3.5 star match. Interesting. And then finally, we got Raw. It's going to be T-Bar versus Kofi Kingston in a Hell in a Cell match for the U.S. Championship. Okay. And that's going to go to T-Bar, which gets us 4 stars, because of course it does. Orton, there we go. Edge versus Ziggler gets us. Ziggler gets a 2-star match. And then call out Cody Rhodes. Calls out Randy Orton. There you go. Santos versus Shanky. Sure. Santos with the win. With running by Karrion Kross. That gets a 2-star match. And we got a self-promo, Shayna Baszler. And we got Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop for the Women's Championship. And the winner and still Women's Champion is Alexa Bliss in a 4-star match, because of course it was. Oh, backstage brawl, okay. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. No rivalries here, which we can probably set up, try to set up again. At least we got some, so yeah. Yeah, we'll set up Cora and Indy next week, and we'll hopefully do some more stuff. So here we go. 30,000 fans for NXT 2.0. About what? Yeah. They got 45,000, they got 48,000, and they got 43,000. So, I mean, again, that's what I expected due to the like the total lack of people I have. But it's not the end of the world. So 3 weeks before Survivor Series. Yeah, I know. Look, I only have so many people. I know. Sure. All right, so one submission match. Yeah, okay, so we'll confirm it, and then we'll also buy it and everything else. Okay, so let's dip into the free agents again. May Sticky Ash. There we go. We'll sign JD. And then yeah, we're really dealing with the lesser lights, which we'll eventually get into, but not quite yet. Power cards wise, again, we have extra money, so we're just gonna probably be getting a bunch of power cards, and yeah, okay, sure. Okay, and now let's go back to go ahead and book our show. So we'll do a call out here between Braun and Wesley. We'll hopefully set up a feud there. But to open things up, we're going to do a triple threat. No, we're going to hold on, yeah, triple threat TLC, because why the hell not? Between JD McDonough, Noam Dar, and wait, oh, I forgot they're all okay. Actually, ooh, okay, we'll just do a regular singles match. It's going to be an Extreme Rules match. That's going to be JD and Reggie for the, I believe it's the North American Championship. We'll have that. And then in our women's match, it's going to be Indy Hartwell versus Cora Jade for the women's championship. And that will have that as a tables match. But it's not going to be a title match. And then in the middle of the card, we'll have Wesley taking on Noam Dar with some interference. No, actually, no interference. Actually, let's do this. We'll do Wesley versus Cameron versus Noam Dar. And then in a 1-1 match, we're going to have Zoe Stark versus Roxanne Perez. Actually, since cancel. Actually, we'll do go ahead and swap this out since I think this is going to be slightly better. Then okay, who's a good promo? All right, Albert Fry does a charity promo, and then for a self promo, who can hopefully get us some points up here? Let's go ahead and go with Cameron Grimes. There we go. All right, so for our show, we got opener JD McDonough versus Reggie for the NXT North American Championship. We got Braun Ricker calling out Wesley and hopefully having setting up an actual feud. We got Wesley versus Noam Dar. We got a charity promo from Albert Fry. We got women's feud that was set up during the triple threat of Zoe Stark versus Roxanne Perez. And we have a self promo from Cameron Grimes. Actually, let me see here. What do we get for doing what we should? We get Hell's... I mean, honestly, let's actually put this over. So we'll start this as a submission match. And there we go. All right, so opener submission match, main event tables, nothing else of note. And yeah, let's go ahead. Oops. Confirm the booking. And let's get rolling with NXT 2.0, the second week as we continue on the Survivor. So we got JD McDonough versus Reggie in a submission match. Let's see how this goes. And this gets, Reggie is your shocker new North American champion. This gets 3 stars and no feud. Yes, we got a feud between Braun Breaker as he calls out Wesley. We got Wesley versus Noam Dar, and Noam Dar goes over and a 1.5 star match. That's unfortunate. I will just say Braun Breaker came out and distracted him. Albert Friday has a quick charity promo. We gained 4,000 fans. We got Zoe Stark versus Roxanne Perez. It's a face versus face match, and Roxanne Perez gets the win here. Only 1.5 stars. Oh, I guess because, yeah, it's face versus face. We got Cameron Grimes doing a weak promo, which gets even no popularity. Then we have our main event, Indy Hartwell versus Cora Jade in a non-title match. And the winner is Indy Hartwell in a 2-star match. Okay, I mean, again, that's what these shows are going to be until I build people up. So we got Jey Uso versus Commander Aziz for the Hardcore Championship, and your winner and new Hardcore Champion is Jey Uso. We got Carmelo doing a self-promo. In the mid-card, we got Robert Roode versus Johnny Gargano, and we got the winner of the match. One half of the tag champions, Johnny Gargano, getting a 3-star match. A self-promo, Bianca Belair doing Bianca Belair things. We got MVP versus Drew McIntyre. And in a tables match, and Drew McIntyre gets the win in a new feud, 2.5 star match. We got our WWE Women's Champion doing a promo. Then the main event, John Cena versus Finn Balor and Hell in a Cell, because sure, why not? And your winner and new WWE World Champion in a 4.5 star match is Finn Balor. NXT, we got opener in an Iron Man, Tamina versus Liv Morgan. Sure, why not? Tamina gets the win in a 3-star match as the feud continues. We got Charlotte Flair doing a promo. In a mid-card match, we got Roman Reigns and Omos taking on Rey and Nakamura. And we got winning the match, Omos and Reigns in a 2-star match. Then we got Seth and Uso versus Ivar and Ford for the NXT tag titles. And the winner and new tag champions is Ivar and Ford. That gets 3 stars. And then our main event, which is a normal match between Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Asuka retains the title in a 4-star match. Then finally, we got Raw. We got Kofi Kingston versus T-Bar in a non-title match. And the winner is T-Bar. A new feud, though, 3-star, but T-Bar gets injured for 2 weeks. Charity promo, Bruiser, Shayna Baszler. Karrion Kross versus Shanky, and Shanky gets the big win in a 1.5-star match. Charity promo from Zia Lee. And mid card, we got Santos versus Edge. And we got Santos going over and a shocker. 2 stars and a new rivalry. Then we have Randy Orton calling out Cody. And then main event, Doudrop versus Alexa Bliss in a backstage brawl for the Women's Championship. And your winner and new Women's Champion is Doudrop in a 4-star classic. So, yeah, we did perfectly fine. We got some feuds. Unfortunately, this did not continue the feud, which is weird. So yeah, here we go. So let's see here. Eh. So we got another 35,000, another 46,000, another 52,000, and 48,000. All right. We get Hell Spa 3, so there we go. And yeah, we're running behind because this is NXT 2.0, brother. Chicago. All right. Yeah, I know. Okay. And then, okay. Seems reasonable. We'll do a rematch at the pay-per-view. Do not book your most popular cruiser. All right. Let's start things off with a tag team match. There's going to be okay, actually, I want to do 2 separate matches. So actually, let's start out with and Chance actually making their debut versus the heels of GT Dolan and JC Jane. Let's make this a tables match. And yeah, honestly, I'll go with the game. If Kane and Katana get the win, they'll get the tag title shot. If they don't, they don't. Or that's the other thing I want to do is make. Oops. Oh right. Okay. Confirm, and then we'll also book it. And then manager roster kicks. Sign free agents. Okay. Ricochet, Shelton, Jable, Titus O'Neil, Otis, Julius Creed. Here we go. Welcome to NXT 2.0. Veer, Rangvold. Yeah. All right, power cards. Yeah. So. Let's see here. We got stamina, roll, flash. Okay, so we got. So on the men's roster, we got 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 5. Okay, so we'll bring in Julius, and we're immediately going to bring him in as a face. Yeah. All right. So first, role change, turn old Julius face. And then again, if we go to our gender, 2 and 1, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 1. So yeah. Also, what we can do here is we can turn Zoe heel as well. And then have a tag team match. Actually, that can be our main event. Is oops. Is we can do for Jade and Roxanne Perez. Oh, there's only one heel. Okay. Okay. Actually, let's change. Actually, yeah, we'll change this booking around. Even though it's going to be a face versus face match. We'll make it Extreme Rules. Make it a title match, and then we'll throw in another women's tag match as our main event. That's going to be Indy and here we have more chemistry versus Roxanne and Cora Jade. Then another card we got. A tag team match, normal, Braun, and JD versus Reggie and Wesley. And we'll make this a tornado tag. And there we go. Okay, so this actually will be our main. We'll make this our, there we go. And then time to actually, so time to sign a free agent. All right, so free agent. Honestly, just for the, there we go, Rangvold. And so we'll go ahead and make that a triple threat involving Cameron Grimes, Nomdar, and Rangvold. And then Gigi Dolan can just do, well, here. Gigi Dolan, we need all the fans we can get, so there you go. All right. So we got tag team match, non-title, Abba Fry and Hida versus Kaden and Katana. Basically, if they win, they get the title shot. Role change, Julius Creed coming against Babyface. We got mid-card of Cameron Grimes versus Noam Dar versus new signing Rangvold. And then we have role change of Zoe Stark to a heel, so we actually have a decent rivalry. Then we got a mid-card match of Indy Hartwell teaming up with JC Jane to take on Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. Charity promo for Gigi Dolan. And our main event of Ron Baker and JG McDonough versus Wesley and Reggie. And we'll confirm that booking. And here we go for NXT 2.0. And okay, so only one half. I mean, yeah, role change. Yep, excellent. Yay! We have our triple threat match, and in the winner, Cameron Grimes gets the win here in a 1.5 star match. So not the best show. Okay, heel turn for Zoe Stark, and then in our, was honestly probably should have been our, 2 stars for Roxanne and Cora Jade as we continue that feud. We got Gigi Dolan getting 7,000 fans for us, hurrah! And then our main event, it's JD, it's Ron Breaker, it's Wesley, it's Reggie, it's a tornado tag match, which I forgot to use the card for, and our winners is Wesley and Reggie in a 2.5 star match. Again, not surprising, we're running behind, but still solid stuff. Then we got Robert Roode and Jey Uso versus Commander Aziz and Johnny Gargano for the tag team titles, and your winners is Commander Aziz and Johnny Gargano regaining the tag titles, 3.5 stars. Jerry promo from new signing Razor Ramon, Back from the Dead, Bianca versus Carmella, run in from Bailey, and Carmella gets the win. 2 stars. So promo from Women's Champion Becky Lynch, triple threat between MVP Drew McIntyre and Six. Okay, guess we have a new NWO here, and Drew McIntyre gets the win in a 2-star match. And then main event, Last Man Standing, Finn versus Cena. And your winner is John Cena, your new world champion. WWE booking like Russo's there. And then we got NXT. We got Tamina versus Asuka for the Women's Championship. And your winner, and still Women's Champion, is Asuka. But Asuka is injured for 2 weeks. Good timing. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Your winner and is Liv Morgan. 1.5 stars. We got Omos and Ray versus Ray versus Rollins versus Ivar. And your winner is Ivar. Solid match. 2.5 stars. Some new rivalries. Sierra Rollins and Omos and Ivar. And then we got Iron Man match, Roman versus Ford. Sure, why not? Champion versus champion. And your winner is Roman Reigns in a 3.5 star match. Then we got Raw. Santos versus Edge. Continue their rivalry in a random TLC match. Sure. Santos gets the win. 3.5 stars. Cody calls out Roman. Shayna Baszler versus Zia Lee, which should be a fun match. And Shayna Baszler gets the win here. 2 stars. Charity promo. We got Dolph versus Orton. And Dolph Ziggler gets the win. Interesting. Charity promo from Queen Bee, who's, I guess, is a signing. And then Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop in an Iron Man match, rematch. And Doudrop retains the Women's Championship in a 4-star match, but Doudrop is injured for 4 weeks. So, yeah. Again, not our decent show. No change to rivalries except a new rivalry. And yeah, so there we go. So again, 34,000 people. Poor Jade, getting even. Great reception. Yeah, fun stuff. 59,000 for WCW, 42,000 for NXT, and 55,000 for Raw. Again, I don't really care that much because this is all part of the build-up. Like, we're probably going to do terrible the first season here, as we're 1 week until Survivor Series. Yeah, I know. Great. And then Reggie. There we go. All right, so. Oops. Let's see here. What will I get out of it? I mean. Cancel. All right, so. Again, let's start out by managing the roster. Let's look at some free agents. Carmelo Hayes, welcome to NXT. And yeah, that's about it for now. So, I actually like that as a tag team match. So, Wesley and okay. So now, as far as heels goes, we got 1, 2, and 1, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 4, 4 and 4. All right, so Carmelo Hayes versus the heel team of. Wait, we only got 3 heels. Yeah. Okay, so 2 and 1, 3 and 3. Oh, and Nomdar. Okay, so we'll do Jay McDonough and Cameron Grimes in a tag team tables match. And yeah, that's a good opener. We'll do a call out between Braun Breaker and Wes Lee to continue that feud in the main event. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do Nikita Lyons versus JC Jane. Then in our main event, well, actually, what we'll do is we'll do the undercard match here. We'll do Noah Dar versus Julius Creed. Then in our main event, sure, why not? We'll do these guys as an Iron match. Then we'll do actually what we'll do is we'll do another call out to continue the Roxanne Perez feud, and then we'll have our charity promo be old. Will be Reggie. So there we go. Okay, so for the show, we got opener of Wesley and the debut Carmelo Hayes taking on JD McDonough and Cameron Grimes. We got our call-out promo with Braun Breaker calling out Wesley to continue that feud, hopefully. We have mid-card match of Noam Dar taking on Julius Creed, who's making a debut in the ring. We got a charity promo from Reggie. We got a mid-card match of Nikita Lyons versus JC Jane, continuing the women's tag feud, and call-out Roxanne Perez versus Zoe Stark. Then we got our main event in our match of Indy Hartwell versus Cora Jade. And then again, any power cards. All right. Here we go. So we'll buy that, and then we'll use that. And then Health Spa 2. And yeah. And just to get rid of this, let's just go with WCW. Why not? All right. So let's burn the booking. Let's get rolling. NXT 2.0, hurrah. All right, so we got the debut in Carmelo Hayes teaming up with Wesley to take on JD McDonough and Cameron Grimes in a table match. Let's see how that goes. And that goes, okay, heels get the win, 2 stars. I mean, it is what it is. Braun calls out Wesley. That really rose to a level 2. We got Noam Dar versus Julius Creed in his debut. And getting the win here is Noam Dar in a 1.5-star match with no feud, because of course not. We got Reggie doing charity promo, getting us 8,000 fans. In the mid card, we got Nikki Lyons versus JC Jane. And JC Jane with the big win week before their tag title match, and this gets 2 stars. And we got a call-out promo between Roxanne Perez and Zoe Stark, and that gets us up to level 2. And then in the main event, we got title match Indy Hartwell versus Cora Jade in an Iron Man match. And the winner of the match, and still NXT 2.0 Women's Champion in a 5-star match, is Indy Hartwell and Cora Jade. So there we go. WCW, we got Commander Aziz versus Six in a random Iron match to start out the show. Sure, why not? Six gets the win, and is okay. Oh right, we got Razor Ramon doing another promo. We got Rude and Uso versus Gargano and Drew. Sure, and Russo and Rude get the win here, 2.5 stars. We got MVP calling out Drew McIntyre to continue their feud. We got Carmelo and Bayley teaming up to take on Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. And your winner is Bianca and Becky. Fun stuff. Braun Strowman makes his debut. In the main event, we got Finn Balor versus John Cena in a tables match. And the winner, and still WWE World Champion, is John Cena. But Finn Balor is injured for 2 weeks, a week before the pay-per-view. Great job, guys. Great job. Rey versus Omos. And a match for the NXT North American Championship. Rey Mysterio gets the win in a 3.5-star match. Charlotte Flair gets a promo. Nakamura versus Solo Sikoa making his debut. Solo gets the win here in a 2.5-star match. We got Roman and Uso, the Bloodline, back together versus AJ Styles and Montez Ford. So everybody says, okay, AJ and Ford get the win here in a 3-star match. And Liv Morgan versus Tamina in a backstage brawl with a run-in from Nova Northern Light. Because sure, okay. And Tamina gets the win. It's 4 stars. There you go. And then we got Raw. Zia Lee versus Shayna Baszler. We'll see if they have a feud or not. Oh, there's a rivalry. Okay, there we go. Zia Lee gets the win. 2.5 stars. We got Kofi Kingston calling out T-Bar to continue their feud. We got Cody finally in the ring versus Santos. It would be funny if Cody got injured, and he has to minus 77. He'll be fine. Cody gets the win. It's 2 stars. Charity from Queen Bee. We got Dolph Ziggler versus Randy Orton in their feud because I don't know. Ziggler keeps on beating. Great booking from the AA here. Then we got Shinky versus Karrion Kross at a backstage brawl to main event Raw. This might be actually our best bet to actually do best, and Karrion Kross gets the win in a 3-star match. All right, so we had 49,000, which is our best show. 54,000 from WCW, 49,000 from NXT, and 42,000 from Raw. So there we go. We get injury rehab 3 for one of our guys when they really get injured, and we're still now only 70,000 back, and then we still have all the money. Now it's Survivor Series. Sure. Yay. Let's see here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, sure thing. Sure. All right, so for the Survivor Series. All right, so book the show. Main event. Ron Breaker, Wesley. Let's do this thing in a last man standing match for the title. There we go. Then you got Indy Hartwell versus Cora Jade. Ooh, okay. Okay. I should have known better. All right, so here we'll buy that. Buy backstage crew, and then yeah, all right. First, let's sign him. Okay, so got Angel, Drew Gulak, Sami Zayn, Ezekiel, Rick Boogs, Io Sky, Tyler Bate, who's not really on NXT 2.0, Walking Wild, and a bunch of so power cards. I'll spot. There we go. Just buy it, and then all right. So pre-match physio. Oh, I totally forgot to do. Well, no, not yet. That doesn't matter. Okay, so there we go, and then pre-match physio. Honestly, has to go on Indy. So we'll go ahead and book that 1-on-1. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, we could just do last man standing matches. Sure. All right. I'm sure somebody's going to get injured, but you know that's why we have our stuff. All right. So then we have our tag team title match, which is going to be versus Gigi Dolan, JC James for the tag titles, and let's just make this a regular Extreme Rules match. Okay, then we got Zoe Stark versus Roxanne Perez. Actually, this actually is a feud, so there we go. And then, honestly, man, I forgot we can do triple threat tag teams. All right, but oh, wait, 1, 2. Okay, we don't really have a feud for the North American Championship, so fatal 4-way, normal match. You're North American Champion. Then we'll go ahead and throw in Julius Creed, because why not? Then we'll also throw in JD McDonough, and we'll throw in Cameron Grimes for the title, and there we go. So then, as far as unbooked people, Carmelo, you get a promo. Let's see here. Hayden, you get a charity promo. And Chance, you get a charity promo. And Gnome, you get a charity promo. All right, so make sure I got that all right. Was there anything else I wanted to do? Not really. I mean, we could. Yeah, I don't really care about. Yeah, maybe. I mean, not yet. All right, so we got in a last man standing match, which is probably going to send both of these people as injured. It's going to be Indy Hartwell versus Cora Jade. Hopefully that doesn't go too badly. We have Carmelo Hayes doing a promo. We've got a mid-card match between Reggie, Julius Creed, JD McDonough, and Cameron Grimes, a 4-way for the North American Championship. King Carter doing a charity promo. Albert Fry versus Nikita Lyons versus Gigi Dolan versus Albert Fry and Nikita Lyons defending the tag titles in Extreme Rules match versus Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Charity promo for Katana Chance. And then we got a mid-card match between Zoe Stark and Roxanne Perez. And we'll go ahead and just throw a tables match on this. Then we got a promo from Noam Dar. And then our main event, Braun Breaker versus Wesley in a last man standing for the NXT Championship. Let's get rolling with the show, which should hopefully be okay. So, got opening match, Indy Hartwell versus Cora Jade, last man standing, NXT 2.0 Women's Championship. And your winner, and still Women's Champion, is Indy Hartwell. 4.5-star matches, and no injuries. Glory to God. Carmelo Hayes is a promo. Unfortunately, doesn't gain any pop. We got Reggie versus Creed versus JD McDonough versus Cameron Grimes in a 4-way match for the North American Championship. And your winner and new North American Champion is Cameron Grimes. And we got a new feud between Julius Creed and JD McDonough. And we got Kaden Carter doing a promo. Gains us 7,000 fans. Extreme Rules. We got Nikita Lyons and Albert Fry versus Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. And your winners, and still NXT 2.0 Women's Tag Champions, is Nikita and Albert Fry. 3 stars, solid stuff. Charity promo. Thank you, Katana. Mid-card, Zoe Stark versus Roxanne Perez in a tables match. And this gets us, okay, Roxanne, this does 3 stars, good stuff. And Noam Dar does a promo, he gains no popularity. And then our main event is going to be Braun Breaker versus Wesley in a last man standing match. And let's just see what happens here. And your winner, and still NXT 2.0 champion, is Braun Breaker. Let's move on to WCW. So they did John Cena versus Razor Ramon in a quickly made up match because Finn Balor is injured. And your winner and new world champion is Razor Ramon, and John Cena is injured. Jesus, see, that's happens. You have like Hell in a Cell matches and everything else. MVP calls out Drew McIntyre. We got Six versus Braun Strowman. And Six gets the win here. And Six gets, wow. Drew calls it then. Okay, I mean, I guess they were in Carmelo versus Bianca. Let's see here. Carmelo gets the big win. And we have a new feud, 3.5 stars. Then we have Becky Lynch versus Bayley for the Women's Championship. And Becky Lynch gets the win. It gets 3.5 stars. And Becky Lynch is now injured for over 5 weeks. Jesus. And then we have our main event, which is going to be Rude and Uso versus Gargano and Aziz for the tag titles. And your winner, and still WWE Tag Team Champions, is Gargano and Aziz. And Jay Andrews. Wow. Wow. Okay, we have Liv Morgan versus Tamina in an Iron Man match. Sure. Draw. Okay. 4 stars, but Liv Morgan's out. Call out. Nakamura calls out Solo. Omos versus Ivar. And a big man battle. Omos gets the win. 1.5 star match. Self promo. Rhea Ripley versus... No, Rhea Ripley gets 1 popularity. Montez versus Roman on the undercard. And your winner is Roman Reigns. 3-star match. Solo Sikoa gets a promo. And then we got AJ versus Uso in a match. Just a match here. And your winner is Jimmy Uso in a 2-star match. Charlotte Flair calls out Nova. Okay, sure. Then we got in a main event for the NXT North American Championship in a steel cage, Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. And your winner and new North American champion is Seth Rollins in a 4.5 star classic. Finally, we got Raw for Survivor Series. We got main event of Edge and Kingston versus T-Bar and Santos for the tag titles. And your winner, new Raw Tag Team Champions, is Kofi and Edge. And T-Bar is injured for 2 weeks. After run-in from Andy Orton. Okay, sure. We got Alexa Bliss calling out, being called up by Doudrop. We got Natalya versus Queen Bee. And Queen Bee gets this big win here. Okay. And then we got Karrion Kross versus Shanky. And your winner is Shanky. 3 stars, Riley complete. Then we got Shayna Baszler versus Zia Lee. And your winner is Shayna Baszler in a 3-star match. Then in our main event, Cody Rhodes versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship. And your winner and new champion is Dolph Ziggler in a 3-star match. So, we gain 152,000 fans, 121,000 fans, 108,000 fans, and 126,000 fans. So boom, contract negotiation 2. And yeah, we actually gained a lot from just like basically holding off to the PLE to get stuff. All right, so Houston, 4 weeks before SummerSlam. Let's see if there's... Okay, so no shakeups. All right, okay. Sonya. You know, only because she used to work for NXT, and this plays in the game. Boom, and then okay, yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. So now, okay, so wow, okay, so we got for shakeup we got Too Big to Take Down. Giant Superstar wins a Fatal 4-Way match, gain 40k. What deep discount? All match types are free. And sweat. Okay, so this only lasts for 3 shows. We can throw some other fun, interesting shows into things, and there we go. So this is where we are. 4 weeks until SummerSlam, and you know we have Asuka coming in next week, and we have where are we? And yeah, whoops. Yeah, as roster. Braun Breaker at 73 popularity is our NXT champion. Our women's champion at 71 popularity with basically no stamina is Indy Hartwell. Our North American champion after winning a 4-way is Cameron Grimes. Our women's tag champion is Nikita Lyons and Alba Fry. And we have no tag team champions yet, which is something I might feud. And we got some decent feuds that we can build up and some other fun stuff we can do. So, like, I think a fairly successful first month here in MyGM. But I'll see you soon for the next week for the next set of shows up until SummerSlam. So if you enjoyed this, go ahead and give it a like, comment below what you're liking and not liking, and subscribe to the channel for plenty of WWE 2020 content and fun stuff with this in my month of May, and other possible stuff like Journey of Wrestling, Basketball GM, and maybe even some Crusader Kings or Victoria 3. All sorts of fun, wacky stuff, but that's all for now, so check you later, and adios. Have a good one.